right, hey, welcome guys. Hope everybody is doing fantastic tonight. Welcome to Transit Live for Wednesday, June the 3rd. I'm Matt, and this is
Kevin. How are you guys doing? Hey guys, make sure you guys invite your friends, share this on social media, and text them and invite them. It's always great to get a personal invitation to join an event, so invite your friends, maybe watch it along with them, and you guys enjoy the show.
Would you send me a personal invitation to come?
I will, and I'm glad you asked me.
Thank you. I would love to come. I hear great things about Transit Live. I would love to see what it looks like one time. So.
Oh yeah. Well,
awesome.
cool.
That's awesome. Hey, did you know, Kevin, this is our 11th show that we've done. This is the 11th Transit Live.
You know, that's a sad note to it, but it's also exciting. I don't know where to stand with that. But 11 is great. I mean, I'm glad you guys are still here watching us, and we haven't scared you away too much.
For real. I know. This is great. I don't know. They keep coming back and watching, so that's cool. That's
awesome.
Cool.
And it's good to have you guys, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so we're going to jump right into this thing tonight and show you the results. So we asked all the students yesterday to go to Instagram and vote for the GOAT.
Vote for the GOAT.
All right, now, we literally didn't vote for goats, okay? So some of you probably don't know what GOAT means. It's the greatest of all time. The greatest of all time. That stands as short for GOAT. So we didn't really vote for goats, like little goats.
And you had some pretty tough decisions to make here.
We're going to start some firestorm discussions, and it's going to be good.
I know I had to cast my vote to make sure the thing swayed in the right direction. But.
So we got some good ones to go through tonight. So here we go. And let us know in the chat. So we want to see in the chat how you responded and what you think is the best and what is the GOAT. All right, so are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's go with it. Here we go. This is the GOAT vote. There we go. This is all the results between middle school and high school. And we had like 70-something responses in like less than 24 hours. So
yeah, you guys killed it.
They did great. So here we go. Let's see. The first greatest NFL quarterback, Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning.
And I hate that Tom Brady's on my side because I was totally voting for Peyton over here.
I put him on your side on purpose, so just so you know.
I know Zach Gibson was digging this guy right here.
Yeah. You know, here's the crazy part. Here, it's very torn. It was very torn between
So what's the results?
So the results is this, 44% to 56%.
Oh, right.
You know, and hey, here's the bottom line. 2 Hall of Famers, awesome.
Yeah.
It kind of just depends on what, you know. I don't like Tom Brady. I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, but the dude is amazing.
He's got talent.
He is awesome.
He's really good.
And Manning, who doesn't love Manning, yelling Omaha, Omaha, doing audibles at the line. Funny guy, great stand-up guy. So there you go. So it was almost half and half. So
yeah, they truly are both GOATs. That
really
is for sure.
But I like Peyton Manning better. So, all right, here we go. Here's the next one.
The next one, we got Chick-fil-A and Popeyes.
What do you think this one's going to be, Kevin? What do you
Hey man, I'm glad Chick-fil-A's on this side. Chick-fil-A is where I'm at. Although I haven't been versed in the Popeyes much. I think I might need to eat a little more Popeyes.
You want to blend it up and try it?
No.
No. All right, so here we go. This is the answer.
Oh, there we go.
94%. We are raising these children in youth group very well.
Yes.
The fact that you know that this is the Lord's chicken and that God has shown down his blessings upon Chick-fil-A. Nothing against Popeyes. He's just shown his blessing on Chick-fil-A, okay? So 94%. That's.
Although I've heard wonderful things about the Popeyes chicken sandwich. I've yet to try.
Okay, time out. I have to admit, I've had one. I've had one
How was
chicken
it?
sandwich. It was good. Like, I'm not going to lie, it was good, but it was not Chick-fil-A good. Like,
was it the spicy or the original?
I think it was the original.
Okay.
I don't really remember.
Was it spicy?
The difference is there's a lot of crunch to it. It is a very crunchy sandwich. So had a good flavor, but, you know, I'm just partial to Chick-fil-A.
So it's a texture thing for you.
It's a texture, yeah.
Okay.
But it was very good. So I have to say it was good, but it was just not Chick-fil-A.
So the true GOAT here, Chick-fil-A. Good job, guys.
All right, and let's just keep on going because we got some good ones. Now, there's some of you out there that just like cringed when we even put these two on the same page. Not calling any names out there in your class.
I should almost plead the fifth on this one because my class will have a debate about this.
This is going to be a big one.
I know there's probably some comments in
there.
here.
There is several.
Sure
Baltimore,
there are.
Vader, Baltimore.
Man.
So here we go. So let's see what they decided. Pretty large on Darth Vader, lower on Voldemort.
I know where several of my class would stand here with Vader over there. But I know a few others that would Voldemort. I mean, But Vader looks like the true winner here.
It's true. Do you think more people just know because they watched Star Wars more than they watched Lord of the Rings? Wait. Is that Lord? Is it Lord of the Rings? What is it? No. See, I don't know much about. Oh man, my wife's gonna kill me.
Just go to
I'm
the
sorry,
next one.
Ashley. I'm so sorry. It's not Lord of the Rings. It's.
I'll let you go through this.
Don't tell me. This is horrible. It's the Harry Potter.
Oh, there you go. I'm glad you got it.
Okay,
I think so.
All that. I've only seen one Harry Potter, so I'm not.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. However, I rode the ride at Universal Studios. Very good.
Very good ride, huh?
Very good ride. So, all right, let's just keep. Let me get out of trouble here and keep moving on. All right, ketchup and ranch for the greatest condiment. Whew. This was again kind of torn. 58% to ranch, 42% to ketchup. So.
I voted ranch, but I'm both, man. Like, I could go ketchup on certain things and ranch on others, but I think ranch is more versatile.
Yeah, you can do ranch on more, but I'm the same way. It depends on what you're having. That depends on what condiment you want.
I think ranch fixes a lot of things.
It does.
Ranch does. It fixes a lot.
Covers a lot of sins in food. You know what I'm saying? Covers it up. So,
yeah.
All right, and then here's one. Coca-Cola
or Pepsi.
Pepsi. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah, what did we
again,
get here?
We are raising you correct, Transit. 66% say Coke to 34% Pepsi. It is a no-brainer when you come to that. Okay, so I'm a Coke guy. Are you a Coke guy or Pepsi guy?
I would go Coke.
Absolutely.
But there are some pretty strong feelings about the ranch in this chat room here.
Yeah. Whoever voted for ranch says you have failed this country. Will, you haven't failed the country just because you voted for ranch.
Wow.
Oh, there is a lot of that going on.
Yes. It looks like a lot of Coke. Well, maybe there's a lot of Pepsi chiming up in here as well.
Oh, man.
It looks like Coke is overwhelming it, though.
Ashley just said I'm so disappointed on the chat about me knowing that I said Lord of the Rings and not Harry Potter. Sorry. Oh, my life has been failed. All right, let's keep going on. PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox wasn't around when I was a youngin'. I mean, it was all Nintendo.
Really? We had Xbox when I was growing up.
Really?
Yeah.
We didn't have
It's
it
called
like
the
that,
Atari.
man.
But it's okay. All right, 44% to 56%. So not a huge.
Yeah. And I would have to go PlayStation for personal preference there.
Gotcha. I'm a personal fan of the Wii. You know, have you ever played the Wii? It's old. It's like, how old is that now? But
so I think we got the Wii. We played the Wii standing up for a while, and then mastered it laying down on the couch.
You can
So
bowl.
like
You
when
can
you bowl,
laying down.
Like a flick of the wrist and the arch. I mean, it was.
You got it.
That was the challenge. There was how to learn to play that on the couch.
Truth. All right, let's keep moving on.
There we go. All right, so we got some rivalries here, college rivalries. Auburn versus Alabama, or North Carolina versus Duke.
Ooh, this is a big one.
That is a big one.
So the answer is pretty large, North Carolina Duke versus Auburn, Alabama. And this is probably due just because of where we live.
Region.
If we took this poll in Auburn, Alabama, they would probably vote more so this way. But where we live, Duke, Carolina is a big deal. So
yes, it is.
I really wanted to put state in there somewhere like North Carolina, but it just,
Who's their rival?
Well, I don't know. You had to bring that one up, didn't you? Both.
Next.
They're both our rivals, so it's okay. It's okay. All right, here we go. Greatest painter.
I was torn. I was really torn on this one.
I mean, look at the hair, people. How do you not vote for the hair, all right? No, we don't have a picture of Van Gogh. If he had cool hair, I don't know, it would come down to that. But I voted for
Van
Ross.
Gogh was a pretty wild dude, though.
I voted for Ross because of the hair. And he's a nice guy,
He's truly, sincerely a nice guy.
So our students felt the same way. 19%
there it is.
to 81%.
My daughter would have totally voted Bob Ross. She loves Bob Ross.
I'm telling you, man, you need to have a bad day, just go watch a Bob Ross video,
A little
man.
bit of happy trees.
You get some happy...
happy accidents. Just if you get that, just make a tree out of it.
Maybe we should do a painting. Maybe we should do a painting on here sometime. I feel you got some inner painting that needs to come out.
I don't know how it would work out on live stage, but we can try.
I think we're going to try to figure out what it's like to paint on stage. That's going to be awesome. All right, and we're going to finish up with the big one.
Oh, boy, here we go.
Woo, here we go. LeBron and Jordan.
Big guns. There we go.
I think Jordan's going to pretty much definitely take this, but it's
I
pretty...
don't know, because it depends on your generation, what you grew
That's
up
true.
in.
The younger
watching
definitely
basketball.
likes that, LeBron, because they've seen him. They never really saw Jordan play, but got to see him play one time in person, live in person. It was awesome.
See, man. What do you
when
have?
he's with the Washington Wizards, not with the Bulls. But
Oh.
30
it
to
was
70.
overwhelming
Pretty big. So,
But LeBron's still playing.
hey,
He hasn't finished his career yet.
He's a Hall of Famer. Both, again,
Yeah.
Hall of Famers in here.
I think it's like the Brady Manning.
That's true.
You know, I think they're both great in their own, but I would lean towards Jordan.
True.
It's just who I grew up watching.
Absolutely.
I think you could have been a fan of any of the basketball teams, but Jordan you still knew. He was up there.
If there's one guy you want to have the ball at the last second, got to be Jordan.
It's MJ, man.
Got to be Jordan.
And he was in Space Jam, which LeBron might be coming out of Space Jam soon.
Hey, you never know. Space Jam 2. Is there a Space Jam 2? Or?
Yes.
There is a second one already?
Just hasn't been released. They don't really have a release date, but they've announced that LeBron, I think pretty sure they announced LeBron would be in Space Jam 2. So.
How about that?
Absolutely.
How about that? So, all right, so here you go, guys. Listen, this has been fun. Thank you for participating in that. It was great, and we'd like to see where you landed on that. But here's one thing we want to tell you about. Over the last 5-6 weeks, we've done a thing called the Leader Olympics, okay? And they came to a close last week with a huge ending grand finale like we could have never, ever thought.
I don't know how we would have topped that. So I'm glad we kind of scheduled that out to be the end.
We went out on top for sure on that. So what we're going to do is we got some awards to give away here in just a minute. And so we're going to go back. We made this little compilation video that talks about what, just shows you kind of what it looked like. In case you missed something over the last couple of weeks, you can kind of see what it looks like. So here, this is the Leader Olympic recap. Let's check it out. Oh, man, how much fun was that?
I forgot about all those cool things we got to do. I mean, we did a lot of different things.
We did, and we had a lot of different people come in.
We did.
That was really, really cool. So here's what we're going to do. We have a little bit of an award to give tonight. So we're going to give out some awards. You ready for some awards?
I am ready for some awards.
All right. So, Justin, I need you to come up here for just a second, and you can come run up here on the stage because we have to tell you. So, between me, you, and Justin, we competed in every single one.
Yes.
And so we had three people that competed in this. So here we go. So, in third place with a total of 470 points.
470, that's a lot.
It's a lot, and that was me.
Oh, congratulations,
I came in third.
Matt.
I think my elimination in one of the rounds that I got eliminated from, I think that killed me.
That hurt
really,
you?
Yeah,
At least you got podium, you know?
It did. I'm third place, people. Not fourth, but third. So
that's it.
There is no fourth place, but it's okay. All right, so in second place, Justin, you came in with 520 points.
520,
so
congratulations.
You did good. So at least you beat somebody.
If you're not first, you're last, man.
That's true. And look at this. So Kevin had a total of 640 points. And so you get the Grand Champion Leader Olympic Award.
Woo! Thank you, guys. I would like to thank my wife for the inspiration to compete hard and to not let you guys win too many and make sure I represented our class.
All right, so I expect to see this taken home and then put in a very special
It will.
place.
It will.
It's rigged?
It's rigged.
No, come on, it's not rigged.
I tell you, I've enjoyed these Leader Olympics, but I do have to ask you, what was one of your favorite games that we've played?
One of my favorite games, that's a great question. I'm gonna have to go when my cups that we were doing the cup stacking challenge fell
Oh,
over?
yes.
And I kind of got a little animated, and the cup actually flew up, hit Brenda in the mouth. She screamed, and we got it slow motion and all that stuff. So that was Brenda.
And that
again,
one
I'm
may
really
have
sorry.
costed you the second place.
It probably, yeah. You're right. So if I'd have won that challenge, then yeah, I could have.
You could have knocked the intern down a little.
I know. It's all right. So, yeah, what about you? What was your favorite?
Oh, man, there are so many. And then we left it out so on top with the last episode. Gregory, we love you. the milkshake, or whatever kind of shake you want to call it, the fast food shake was great. But the shaver shake itself with the tissue box, that was pretty good. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
That was good.
So
you got him good on that when telling him there was one more in there. That was
awesome. He
awesome.
just kind of volunteered it, teed it up for me. I was like, yeah, you got one more in there, man. Keep going.
That was awesome.
But he was a great sport. All of our guests were great sports. We had a blast with all of them. And so thankful they all came on.
Okay, so here's where we need your help, Transit. We are looking to you. We've got a very special award to give out tonight at the end of the night, and this is what we're going to call it, the People's Choice Award, okay? The People's Choice Award. And so we're going to give out this prize to whoever you voted for, whoever you think was the best guest and did the best job on there. So we've got 4 different people that you can choose from, okay? Let's look. We got Mr. Gregory Shaver was on here last week. It's a beautiful picture. He's looking at the trophy like, I want it. Okay,
creator of the shaver shake.
All right, we got Miss Laura Purvis that was on here. She did a great job as well. So she's one of your contestants.
Well, she had to do the news segment too, didn't she?
She did have to do the news segment. Yeah, she did the fake news segment.
She did great.
That was really good. And then of course we got Brenda, Miss Brenda Smith. She's hanging out with us, and this was taken before, so there's no injury from the cup. And then of course we had Mr. Anthony Ragone. He came on and he killed it with us and had a great time.
Yeah, he came in here and got a couple wins out of that.
He did, man. He came in and got it really good. All right, so here's the thing what we need to do. Here's the 4 people. There's Anthony, Brenda, Laura, and Gregory. All right, so what we need you to do is in the chat, you vote for who you think is going to win. You want to win, all right? So just put in the fact, either Gregory, you can write Brenda, you can write Laura, or you can write Anthony, okay? So at the end of the night, we're going to tally up all the votes, and we're going to figure out who got the best one yet, okay? So to be really simple, to see what they did, what you think, so put it in the chat quickly, just write it in there and let us know, and then we'll get you all the, at the end of the night, we're going to announce it, okay? We got a special award to give out. So we want you to certainly do that.
There's an overwhelmingly great response on the shaver shake here, but there's also a comment about the lip sync battle. And we had discussed that a little bit. That wasn't part of the Leader Olympics, but that was a great time.
That was fun.
The lip sync battle.
That was fun.
That turned out very well.
That was legit for sure. So, all right. So make sure you go and vote. Okay, right now, vote in the thing, and then we'll get you that at the end of the night. Okay. All right.
So we did the Leader Olympics, and well, Matt, you did podium. You got podium, third place.
I got third place. Pretty proud of that.
Yeah. So I'll give you a redeeming moment here. I'd like to challenge you to one more event.
What?
Yes. You ready? Because you're going to need...
What?
A poncho. We're going to play egg roulette.
Egg roulette? What? You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, are you ready?
No. Are we, like, right now?
Yeah, we're going to play it right now. We'll actually get ready, and then we'll have to do a set change, and we'll get there to it.
Hey, why not? Couldn't be any worse than last week, so let's go.
Let's go for it.
2, 1. All right, guys, welcome back. We're here for our next activity and challenge. It's called the what?
Egg roulette.
Ooh.
So what we have is a cup full of questions. And where did these questions come from, Matt?
My awesome wife said, hey, let me write the questions. And I said, yes. Kevin, I may have to apologize in advance. I have not seen these. Like, literally, this is how it worked out. Ashley emailed them to Reagan. Reagan put them in here and then sent them on here. So I've not seen these at all. You've not seen them?
I have not seen them. And what we have here, we have 8 eggs. 4 are boiled, 4 are raw, from my understanding, correct?
That's correct.
They have been shuffled and organized, so neither of us know what is what. Neither of us have touched them, so we do not know what contents of each egg are. So what we're going to do is we're going to ask each other a question. You get the question? I guess if you get it wrong, you draw an egg.
Yeah.
Crack it on your head.
And see which one it is. If it's raw, if it's boiled.
Sorry.
We're gonna figure it out. And so here's one of the other rules. Once you touch, you can't touch and feel it. You want you just pick it up, and that is your egg. You've committed to that egg, so you can't go back to it on that. So it's gonna be fun. So
how do we decide to go? Who goes first? Just like we decide everything else in my household between the kids. Rock, paper, scissors.
all right, perfect.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, Matt. Okay. Here we go. Let's get this.
Championship round.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. I'm the loser, so I get to go first. Read me a question.
All right, here we go. We got some
Actually,
music.
hope you took it easy on us.
JD's one who goes up in the back with some music. So
All right, here we
check
go.
this out. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Oh yeah, I like it. Here we go. This is getting intense, man. Are you ready?
Oh, no.
All right. Question number 1. What year did World War II end?
1962. 68. I don't know. Am I wrong? I'm wrong.
You were wrong.
What year was it?
1945.
45. Go! Oh, man. Oh, okay. Let's go.
That's gotta be bad.
I got a slight hand out.
It feels good.
Feels great.
It's refreshing.
Here we go. How long is a fortnight?
Fortnite?
Yeah.
How long is a fortnight?
Just grab an egg. How long is a fortnight? I feel it running down my face.
That's lovely. You have an app to your how long is a fortnight? I really don't know, so I'm gonna make a guess.
Go for it.
12 days.
Whew, close. 14 days. Grab an egg.
I had no idea. I did not know that.
Oh, please be wrong.
Here we go.
Yes. That's nice. Kind of just sweep it
Love
off
it.
the table there.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2.
Great.
What do we got?
How many stripes are on the American flag?
13.
Correct.
Yes.
13.
Woo. Go.
Don't like this.
On what sea is the Crimea?
What sea is the Crimea?
On what sea is the Crimea?
All right, that's overseas. Heard of this? Overseas. It's not red. It's not Galilee. It's not Mediterranean. Black.
You got it. It's the Black Sea.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Stroke.
let's keep this going.
Yeah, three.
But we got 2 of the raw ones out of the way.
I know. For real. The next 2 will probably be raw. Then we just. No fun. What was the first country to formally recognize the independence of the United States?
Oh, this is terrible. I don't know. Somewhere, Europe. I have no idea.
You have no idea?
No idea.
You pick an egg. It was France.
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 I was thinking somewhere over there.
Somewhere down here.
This doesn't feel good.
That's 3. 3 out of the 4 are already gone.
Did you boil any of these?
They're boiled, I promise. Unless somebody's played a trick on me, which is possible.
Oh, I think there's some
Shenanigans happen around here all the time.
Yes. Okay, here we go. In the 12 days of Christmas, what did my true love send to me on the 5th day? He's singing this song, ladies and gentlemen. How loud?
Golden rings, 8 turtle doves, 7 French hens, 6 turtle doves, and a partridge in the pear tree. 5 ducks is swimming? I don't know.
Woo! Rabbit egg! That would be the golden rings.
Golden rings.
Please! Someone's played a joke on this. Oh, you got one!
Nice. All right, I got one.
Look at that. It's like,
That's gross. We got scrambled eggs up here in the kitchen. What? Please. Ashley. What is James Naismith best known for?
I have no idea who that is.
Okay, then never mind. Good job, Ashley.
What's his name again?
James Naismith, best known for.
I don't know, 007? I have no idea. It just sounds like a,
Inventing basketball.
No way! How was I supposed to know that?
Love it.
Come on, Hardboiled.
All right, you got one chance left.
This doesn't feel good.
You got this.
This doesn't feel good. Yes!
Oh, there's still one out there. Woo!
Alright, here we go. I just like made it come down my face. Alright, here we go. What is the name of Canada's national anthem?
I know this. Oh, Canada.
Oh, Canada, that's correct!
I went to Canada once and they sang it. That's the only way I can remember.
Alright. Ew, that's supposed to hate that.
What is the slender, thread-like structure that allows some microorganisms to swim?
For real?
It's a good science question.
Protein? I have no idea.
Flagellum or flagella.
Flagella?
I guess that's how you say it. I don't know.
Rabbit egg?
Yeah. For all you science people out there.
I don't know if it's light that warmed this up. Or what? Yes!
Oh, so there's only 2 left. Look, there's only 2 left. All right, your turn.
Alright, here we go. This is that egg already on. Here we are. Sneezy, Doc, Happy, Dopey, Sleepy, Grumpy, and who was the 7th dwarf?
Can you read the question one more time?
Sneezy, Doc, Happy, Dopey, Sleepy, Grumpy, who was the 7th dwarf? If you asked me this, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I'm struggling. Dozy?
Dozy? No.
I don't even think
Bashful.
Bashful. I don't even think
Rabbit egg. Come on. Did you get an hardball one?
I don't think I did.
Yes! So, ladies and gentlemen, we know what this egg contains.
Whose idea was this again? Wow. All right. Well, the last question. We'll still play as if we.
Okay. We'll play it. Hey, someone made a trick on us.
What is the color of the result of combining blue and yellow?
Green.
See, where can I get a green one?
You guys
All
get
right.
a color.
All right. Come
Here
on.
you go. Here it is. Last question. What is the capital of Rhode Island? And I would have known this one.
The capital of Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. No.
It's running down my literally my
Providence.
Providence.
stage.
Whoo!
Oh boy, I didn't expect to be that messy.
Ouch. And my head is hurting right there. That last egg was like,
Could you guys hear how loud that was? The crack.
wow. I'm going to have a red spot on my head.
You must have left that one in boiling for a while.
Wow. Wow. That was a great one, man. That was fun, though.
That was fun. I guess we tied on that one. We got 2-2.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
So, hey, that's okay. We can tie, man. I don't mind. I don't mind.
I tell you, when you guys are put on the spot to answer just generic questions, it is harder than you think.
It's for real with the lights and the pressure and the music. Oh my gosh, that was intense.
I tried to go as generic as possible.
That was intense, man.
I'm sure there's embarrassing answers that I gave on some of those.
Awesome. Well, thank you. That was a great challenge. That was fun.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
we'll
I'm gonna get cleaned up. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach. So again, the second week in a row, I get to teach after doing something crazy. So
enjoy the smell.
yeah. Oh yeah. We got scrambled eggs up here. So that's awesome. All right, guys, get your Bibles ready. We're gonna be in Genesis chapter 37. So get your Bibles ready, and then we'll see you back here in just a minute.
So, when you don't know how to do something, how to fix something, or how something works, what do? Ask a teacher? Ask your parents? Ask your friends? Ask someone you really know and trust? No! You go to the internet and ask some randos. But I'm not talking about creeps here, I hope. No, I mean the people of the internet! You know, those people who make how-to videos. Because chances are, if you're trying to figure out something, someone on the internet has already figured it out for you. Things like, how do I unsend a text? No. How do I do a winged eyeliner? How do I get rid of the zit by Friday night? How do I get out of gym class? How do I screen cap Snapchat without getting caught? They'll never know. But then there are things in life that don't have an easy fix, that don't have a simple solution, that don't have a how-to video. Things like what to do when you have problems with family, or when it seems like you have no control in your life, or what to do when someone has done something to you. I mean, clearly, they gotta go. The truth is, there's a lot of life that doesn't have a solution you can just find online. So how do you know what to do when you don't know what to do?
All right, so what to do when you don't know what to do? We're continuing our series, and we're going through this talking with Joseph, and it's just what do you do when you have no idea what to do? So have you ever had a time in your life where you didn't know what to do? You're in the middle of a situation, and you got to make a decision, and you're like, I don't know what to do. And so it's so hard because you've got to make that decision right then. So you got a decision that's the right decision, and you got a decision that's the wrong decision. And so I'm going to give you a story from my high school days, and I'm going to just tell you from the get-go, do not do this, okay? Do not do what I did in high school. So one day we were at a band competition. It was the first competition we'd ever gone to as a marching band. And so when we got there, we just sat and watched bands all day long. So it got to the point where it's pretty boring. So being the awesome, smart kid that I was, I decided to bring some firecrackers alongside with me, okay? So I'm sitting up in the bleachers, like, you know, just throwing off those little pop things and some firecrackers and some stuff's all just happening. So I was having a good day. So at the end of the night, we were getting ready to get on the buses, all right? So we had these big, the big activity buses. And so we're at the back of the activity bus. The back door's open, the side doors are open. So I had one little I don't know what they call them now. They're like little small thing, M16s or something. I don't really know what they were, but it was a little thing of like firecrackers and dynamite or whatever. And so, and they made a loud explosion. It was huge. So I went down, there was about 15 buses parked in a row. So I went down probably 7 to 8 buses down, and I lit that bad boy up. Just put it right there underneath the bus and took off and ran back in the backside, the back door of my bus, right? So I was thinking everything was fine, and all of a sudden, I hear this explosion, and it sounded like it echoed, and it was like a bomb went off, right? And so I'm sitting there like, like, I'm thinking it's funny, right? And so then everybody's, what was that? And the next thing I hear is a flashlight coming in the back of the door going, excuse me, sir? And I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? He's like, you just set off a firecracker over there by those buses? No, man, no, I don't know. No, I'm messing with somebody else, man. That wasn't me. So in that moment, I made the wrong decision. All right, so I lied about it and I said, no, it wasn't me. He goes, well, I saw somebody running back behind the bus. He had a big hat on. And I'm like, and I reached up and felt my hat and I was like, oh no. And I had, for whatever reason, somebody let me borrow their hat, and it was this big hat, went way up top, and it had like fur and all this stuff on it. It was just a silly hat. You couldn't get out of it at that point. I was caught, and I was like, oh. So I said, yeah, I did it. He goes, get out here now. So, of course, the police got involved, and the principals and the band director. My parents got a lovely phone call. The dudes wanted to take me to jail that night because here's what happened. If that bus thing would have exploded wrong, it could have blew all those buses up because there was gasoline in them and all this stuff. And so I was very fortunate that it did not go wrong like that. But I had a decision at that moment. Do I just fess up and say, yes, I did it, or I say no? Because at first I lied. And then I got to the point where I'm like, dude, I know I've messed up. Just do the right thing. From now on, just do the right thing. So I admitted I was sorry. I apologized. I did what I had to do. I didn't get arrested that night. My band director actually stood up for me. That was really nice. So that's what happened. So have you ever had a story like that in your life where you had to make the right decision? All right. So I'm going to go off of Frozen 2 here, and this is going to be what we're going to talk about tonight. What do you do when you don't know what to do? Do the next right thing. If you've seen Frozen 2, you know that's the whole thing. I just got to do the next right thing. Okay, so that's what we're going to do tonight. And this is what I want to show you. Listen, sometimes the right thing isn't obvious. Sometimes when you're in a situation, it's not going to be completely, you're not going to know exactly what to do. And then here's another thing you're going to have to think about this. Sometimes doing the right thing is going to cost you something. It's going to cost you something. When I had to fess up and say, hey, man, I messed up. It was me. I owned it. And I said, yeah, it was me, man. I did it. And I owned it, and I had to take it. And it cost me something. Believe me, when I got home that night about midnight, my mom and dad were waiting up for me when I got home. It was a fun conversation to have. But again, I just owned it, said, yeah, I messed up. I'm not going to do that again. So it's going to cost you something sometimes. Sometimes doing the right thing is complicated. It's hard. You don't know what to do with it, and it's going to cost you something, and it's complicated because it unfolds many things. What's going to happen if I do the right thing? What's going to happen if I don't do the right thing? So it gets complicated. So this week we're going to pick up the story, Genesis 39, and we're going to pick up with the story Joseph. So last week we left off with Joseph. He was sold into slavery, so we know that he was taken away. So this week Joseph was given the opportunity to work for the officer of Pharaoh's house. All right, now Pharaoh's house was like, Pharaoh's like the king, the president, the emperor, all rolled into one. Whatever he says goes. It is just 100% Pharaoh. All right, so here's what happened when we read this. We're going to read in verses 39, verses 2 and 3. All right, here's what it said. The Lord was with Joseph. Remember, that was our big point last week. So that he prospered and he lived in the house of his Egyptian master. Okay, so we know that he found favor with Pharaoh, so he did a great job. He did good things with Pharaoh, and he saw that. Okay, and we see that in the next verse. It said, when his master saw that the Lord was with him and that the Lord gave him success in everything he did, Joseph found favor in his eyes and became his attendant. Okay, so at this point, Joseph has done some of the right things. He's had a lot of bad things happen to him, but he's done the right things. God has blessed him. God has shown favor in him. And so now Pharaoh has been taken to Joseph has been taken to a very high place in Egypt. So things are going pretty good for him because Potiphar, the Pharaoh, trusts him. He trusts him. He said, hey, whatever you say is going to happen, whatever's going to do. But then things kind of take kind of a weird turn here, okay? So we see Potiphar put him in charge of his household, and he entrusted his care to everything he owned. So that's a lot of power. He's got a lot of power. This is a lot of what's happening. It said from the time he put him in charge of his household and all that he owned, the Lord blessed the household of the Egyptian because of Joseph. The blessing of the Lord was on everything Potiphar had, both in the house and in the field. So Potiphar left everything he had in Joseph's with Joseph in charge, he did not concern himself with anything except the food that he ate. So again, Joseph's continuing to do the next right thing, and it's working out well for him because Potiphar trusts him and has put everything he has over him except for what he eats. Okay, so now this is what it says. Now Joseph was well built and handsome, and after a while his master's wife took notice of Joseph and said, "Come to bed with me." But he refused. He did the right thing. With me in charge, he told her, "My master does not concern himself with anything in the house. Everything he owns, he has entrusted to my care, and no one is greater in his house than I am. My master has withheld nothing from you except because you are his wife. How then could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" All right, so things are starting to become complicated here. All right, things are starting to happen, and it's kind of like, whoa, what is going on? And so then the next thing it says here is she spoke to Joseph day after day, and he refused to go to bed with her and even to be around her. Okay, so he started again doing the right thing. And this is what he did. Out of respect for Potiphar, which again was his boss, his president, his emperor, he said, and out of a bigger respect for God, Joseph simply did the next right thing. Now, you got to understand, Joseph's in a really bad situation here. Okay, because no matter what he does, he's in almost a lose-lose situation. If he does what he's supposed to do, then he walks away, and it's going to get really bad for him. He could lose everything that he's built for, everything he's worked for to get to this level could just be thrown away. And if he goes to bed with her and he does what she wants him to do, then he could be killed. So, I mean, you got to understand, he's in a really, really bad place here. So, it really wasn't the perfect timing for Joseph to make the right choice here, the choice right then. I got to have this feeling that Joseph maybe had some thoughts along the way, and that he said, if I ever get put into some kind of position, I'm going to work on that. And I want to make the right decision. Because sometimes when you're in the middle of a really hard decision, the best thing you could have done is already make your decision before. I remember for me, when I was in high school, I didn't go to a lot of parties. I went to one party when I was in high school, all right? And so, and I was uncomfortable the whole time that I was there. But the whole time when I was there, I was like, man, this is not me. This is so weird. And I had made my mind up well before that. I'm not going to do anything that night that's going to compromise who I am or my morals or who I stand for or what my parents stand for or what my church stands for. And so we got into that, and all of a sudden, believe it or not, here comes the cops. It comes rolling in, and I'm like, I'm out of this place. So I ran out and got away from there and never, ever went back to any kind of party like that ever again. And for me, it made me, I had to think, man, you've got to do the next right thing. And you got to think about the decision before you get into the decision sometimes. So I can't help but think that maybe Joseph did that in this situation. So what he did was the right thing. Joseph did what was right with God, and he trusted God with the outcome. Because he could have easily just kind of gone along with it, maybe hid it under the rug, and maybe nobody would have known. Maybe Potiphar would not have known. But he didn't do it based on what was going to happen to him. He did it about what was right. And he just said, I'm going to leave the results to God. That's a great place to be, guys, especially with our country and what's happening right now. You just do the next right thing and leave the consequences to God. It's going to be, that's not a bad thing to live and not a bad way to live. Integrity means being the kind of person who does what's right, regardless of the outcome and regardless of who is around you. That is a phenomenal, if you put that on the screen real quick for them, and they can see that, maybe take a screenshot of that, because that is a beautiful definition of integrity. It means being the kind of person who does what's right, regardless of the outcome. So no matter what happens to me, I'm going to do what's right. I don't care what happens on the other side of it. I don't care if people don't like me anymore. I don't care if I get in trouble at school. I'm going to stand up and do the next right thing, and whoever is around you at the same time. Because here's the reality for us. Sometimes doing the right thing will get you applause. People are going to go, way to go, great job, you were fantastic. And sometimes people won't even notice. That's just the way that it goes sometimes. But I got to say, if you're doing it for the applause, then you're probably not doing it for the right reason. Okay, so don't do the next right thing for applause. Don't do it because somebody's doing it. Okay, here's the next thing. Sometimes doing the right thing will cost you something. It may cost you a lot of what's happening. Whatever you're going through right now, that next right thing, it may cost you something. If you're doing something wrong or have done something wrong and you got to go tell your parents, it may cost you something. What if they take my phone? What if they take my iPad? What if they take my car? What if I can't get grounded for a month? Well, the only thing you can do at this point is the next right thing. Either you can continue to lie and go down that road, or you can back up and say, you know what, yeah, I did do that wrong, but I want to do it right from here on out. It's like I did in the back of that bus. I had the choice. Am I going to continue to lie through this, or am I just going to take that step and say, you know what, I owned it, it's me, I'm going to do the right thing from here on out, all right? So here's another thing. Sometimes doing the right thing will make you look good, and sometimes it will make you look stupid. Have you ever been in that situation where you've done something that was right and good, and then it makes you look really stupid, and people look at you like, are you crazy? What you doing? That's certainly going to happen sometimes, okay? But here's the thing. We don't get to decide how things turn out. We don't get to determine what happens on the other side, but we get to decide what kind of person we want to be. And I can't speak for you, but I want to be a person that does the right thing. No matter what's happening around me, no matter what's going on around me, I want to do the right thing. Whatever that looks like, whatever that is, I want to be that kind of person. And I hope that at some point in you, you've got that inside of you where like, I want to be the same way. I want to do the right thing when it comes along. When we make our decisions with integrity based on what is right, we are living our lives that we can be proud of. And here's one of the greatest things that you can do with this. When you live a life that you're proud of, you don't have a lot of regrets in your life. You're not going to look back at your life and be like, man, if I had done this and done this and done this and done this, then my life would be completely different. When you live your life like this with integrity and doing what the next right thing, then you're going to live your life and you're going to be proud of it. Even though you sometimes mess up and you make mistakes, you're still going to be proud of it, and you're going to be able to own it, and you're going to have that integrity. So here we go, guys. Bottom line, when you don't know what to do the next right thing. Let's pray. God, thank you so much for this night. God, I thank you for these students that we have, and even though we're coming through them through video tonight and through a new way that we're kind of still trying to get used to, but God, we just pray that, Lord, the word that you spoke tonight can just go to somebody's heart and can help them, and Lord, to do the next right thing. God, sometimes it's hard, sometimes it's complicated, sometimes we don't know what the outcome is going to be, but God, we know that when we live our life with that integrity, God, that you're going to honor that. God, you're always going to honor what's right, no matter what. You're going to honor the right thing. And Lord, you tell us so much what's in your word, what the right things are and how to live our life. So help us to understand that and help us to apply that to our lives. And God, just help us continue to live for you each and every day. And God, help us to, even though we're not meeting in church on Wednesday nights, God, help us still get in the word, still continue to read, still continue to just love you and be more in love with you, Lord. So when we come out on the other end of this thing, Lord, that we know that we're going to continually be more in love with you than we were before this whole thing started. So God, thank you so much. We love you. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Hi there, you little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl. What's up? So some of you are finally coming out of lockdown and your lives are starting to go back to normal. Huzzah. How exciting. And that means we're going to be going back to church real soon. And with church comes the old greeting time. But things have changed. We can no longer greet each other the same old way because of germs and stuff like that. And we don't want to risk going back in quarantine again. That was rough. Real rough. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Well, have no fear. Us here at Sunday Cool have put together a couple of post-quarantine greetings. And these greetings will not only make your friends feel reunited, but they'll also make them feel safe. And safety is my number 4 priority. Don't ask me about the other 3. Okay, I'll tell you. Number 3, eat more cantaloupes, stay away from antelopes. Number 2, if you have corduroy, wear it. Number 1, if you have AA batteries, keep them in your pocket, because you'll never know when you need a AA battery. Okay, let's watch these greetings. Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
You doing
good.
good? You doing good?
See ya.
Good to see you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello, Andy.
Hello, Carl.
How are you today?
Good, you?
Good. Oh, no.
What's
I
happening?
think we are shutting down.
Oh, no.
I was just beginning to love.
Hey, Carl.
Hi, Andy. How's it going? Hey, Andy.
Hey, Carl.
How's it going?
Not bad. Can't complain. I could, but who'd listen?
I wouldn't.
Yeah, me either. Hey, Carl, put it there. Za.
Sa. Yellow.
And then I said, that's not a toaster, that's my wife.
That's incredibly inappropriate.
It's a joke.
Hey, Andy.
Hey, Carl. Chest bump?
Sure.
You okay? Let me help you.
Yeah.
Let me.
Hello, Andy.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Fine.
All right, good seeing you.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Hey, Carl.
Hey, Andy.
What are you doing?
I'm a dinosaur. Ah.
I get that, but like, why?
They ran a mask.
So you bought a dinosaur costume instead?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good seeing you.
Good seeing you.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
How you guys doing? Welcome back, and it smells wonderful up here.
Can we get some Clorox wipes, somebody, please?
We're gonna have to really clean this up. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Matt, thank you for the message. And you guys, we got a couple of things coming up. We need to make sure you stay involved so that you know what events are coming up. So tomorrow we got our high school lunch chat that will be texted out and emailed. So you guys pay attention to that. Tune in. It'd be great to see you guys. Get to talk to other students and other leaders. You get to see your leaders. So stay up on that. Watch out for that link. Next up, make sure you're signing up for the Sunday services. We need to know who's coming in, which entrances, and what times. If you can go to whatasavior.com to sign up for those services.
Absolutely. All right, so we got something really fun for you next week. We are going to have a D group night. All right, so what this is going to look like is we're all going to get on a Zoom call, and I'm going to do a lesson kind of like I just did tonight. We're going to talk about through that, continuing in our What Not to Do series. And then we're going to break you up into your D groups and let your leaders talk with you and share with you, and y'all have some discussion and questions and just have some time to hang out. We did that a couple weeks ago with Jared at the very end, and so we're going to do that again because I just think it's important for everybody to kind of have that time to get together, just to hang out, answer some questions, and just have a good time. So
it was great to see my class and to be able to conversate with them in our own little group and then get back with the large group. So it'll be great to break off. You get to see your leader again and have some time to talk.
Yeah, absolutely. So next week, we won't be on YouTube. We'll be over on Zoom, and we'll get that link to you. So if you don't get it, contact us and let us know because we want everybody to be a part of that as well. So
absolutely. It's
going to be good. And then we're very excited for Sunday, June the 21st. We have our Senior Recognition Day. So that's going to be on Sunday. So we're excited about that. And so in 2 weeks, we're going to be showing the senior video here on Transit Live. So if you're a senior, make sure you tune in and watch that. You're going to be on the big screen. You're going to be on YouTube and all that. So you're going to be famous. You're going to be viral. So it's going to be really great. So we're excited about that. Listen, if you are a senior and you have not signed up for that and you have not let me know that you're going to be a part of that day, please, please, please let me know ASAP so we can get you involved in that. So it's going to be great. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is our summer 2020 plans. So we're going to give you some updates on that. So last week we sent out an email on Thursday to all the parents and our leaders and just said that we're not going to participate this year in our summer camps. As you know, all of our activities through August 1st have been canceled at Hopewell, so we're not going to be able to do that. So yes, sad face, we're going to miss that. So what happened is Caswell came out on Friday basically and said that they're not going to be doing any mass gatherings whatsoever at Caswell. So even if we did go, it would look so completely different that it's not even I'm not gonna say it's not worth it, but it just looks so different. You have to do social distancing. We couldn't all eat together.
It wouldn't be casual. It wouldn't be the feel.
There's no worship. Everything would be on a TV screen in your room, in the dining room, whatever, to watch it on the TV screen. So there's just a lot of things. So we just decided it's easier for us not to do. So what we are looking into, though, I will say this much: we are looking into Caswell is doing a virtual camp experience, and so we may be able to still broadcast their worship and their drama. And Pastor Eddie Browery, which is the guy that spoke for us the past couple of years, he's going to be leading the messages. So we're still going to be able to hopefully broadcast that on our YouTube channel. We're checking into that to see what the dates, what the times, and all that's going to look like. So stay tuned to that. So that's going to be at least. It's not what we wanted, but we do feel like as the church and our leadership, we do feel like it's the smartest thing to do at this point, because we don't want anybody getting sick and something like that. So not the news I wanted to come on here and share with you tonight, but I felt like I needed to at least explain to you why we do that. And as students, it's probably really hard to understand why would they do this. It feels like just one more thing got taken away. But it is one of the wiser things that we can do, and that's what we do. Our number one priority is to keep you safe. And so we want to do that. So sometimes being in leadership, you have to make hard decisions. And so it stinks, but we just want to let you know. But we can't wait until we can go back again and do that. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I'm sure you got some fun stuff planned once we're able to get back together.
We do.
We're going to have to make up for some lost time.
We do. We're going to hit it. We're going to hit it hard as soon as we are able to get back. So it's going to be really, really great. So one of the other things we're going to be doing. So y'all did such a great job tonight on our goat vote. But we're going to do this. Check this out. We're going to do a Disney Pixar bracket, like March Madness, okay? So over the next couple of days on our Instagram feed, you're going to be seeing these come through. So Toy Story, you're going to vote either I like Toy Story or Brave. All right, so if you like Toy Story, you vote for that or Brave. Whoever gets the most votes, then Toy Story will move on to the next round. And then down here, you got like Cars and Coco that are going to go against each other. Whoever you vote for more gets more votes, will move on. And then we're going to go all the way down and see who is our grand champion and who you think is the best Disney Pixar movie, okay? So it's going to be super fun.
Oh, this is pretty neat.
Yeah, so check it out on our Instagram page. You can go vote and see what you think is going to be the best. So it's going to be fun. Hang out with us. It'll just be over the next couple of weeks. We'll get down to the Final Four, and then we'll make a big deal about what we think is going to be cool in the Final
Any
Four.
predictions on the winner?
I don't know. I would probably have to think Lion King is a number 1 seed. Zootopia is a number 1 seed. Coco,
so you're going for like regions. I see. Look at you.
Coco and Toy Story. So those are some of your big hitters. Nemo, of course, Nemo's good.
Oh yeah, classics.
So I don't know. Frozen, of course, Frozen is good. And these are based off rankings. So like how much money they made, box office sales, attendance, and that kind of stuff. So they're ranked based on that. So
this will be great.
So yeah, it's going to be really good. I don't know. I got to think Lion King's going to do pretty well too.
I was thinking the 2 top seeds here. You got Lion King and Toy Story,
Yeah.
the original Toy Story.
Yeah, so I think that's going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good. So, all right, so it's the time you've been waiting for. It is time for the People's Choice Awards. Okay,
Here we go.
So here we go. These were the 4 people you could have voted for. You could have voted for Anthony, Brenda, Laura, or Gregory. Okay, and the votes are in.
Votes have been counted.
The votes have been counted, and
They've been recounted.
do have a winner. All right, a very clear winner tonight. So here we go. This is the winner of the People's Choice Award. Here we go.
Drum roll. Ooh, go.
This is it. We've waited for this moment.
Will says, thanks, Transit, for doing the right thing. Gregory Shaver.
All right.
He's our People's Choice Award winner.
Mr. Gregory, look at this. Look at this. Look, he's just looking at it like, that is mine. I'm taking that trophy home with him. So, Gregory,
embraced in his pantyhose.
That's right. He's got his pantyhose on. All right. So here we go. So Gregory, this is your official People's Choice Leader Olympics 2020 award. I said the same thing as I do to Kevin. I expect this to be in either your office or somewhere at your home, just displayed beautifully. These are super high quality.
I'd say very prominent on a shelf in the office.
Yeah,
I mean, how do you not say no to
it's
glitter?
It's shiny, and it's even got your name in here. And we got your name in here, so it looks really nice. So I'll be sure to put that in your office for you tomorrow so that you can have that. So yeah, it's going to be really, really cool. So, all right.
Awesome.
So one super last thing, and we're going off the script here for this. So we got a very special person in our midst tonight. Mr. J.D. Little, all right?
Yes, we
J.D.
do.
runs our tech stuff back there. He does a phenomenal job, great job. And so he's probably going to kill me after this, but he is getting married tomorrow. So we're so excited for him, and cannot wait. He is so excited. We're so excited for him and Peyton, and so they're getting married tomorrow. So you guys throw some love in the chat to him, and just wish him and Peyton the best. So we just wanted to say thank you to him for all he does. Yes. We could not do this without him.
Thank you, JD, with those quick edits on the challenge videos.
Yeah,
he's setting all this up for us. I mean, he's done an amazing job.
He does an amazing job. So thank you so much for that. So we're looking forward next week. We'll see you in the breakout rooms, in the D group room night.
Yes, we
so
will.
It's going to be great. So Kevin,
Yep.
thanks for the egg challenge. I smell like rotten eggs now. So
We're about to shower in. This is terrible.
yeah. Definitely taking a shower tonight when I get home. So.
All right, guys, stay connected. Look on your emails and texts for the link coming up next week. We'll see you there. Can't wait.
See you guys.